I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. And a litany of injuries coming into this game. A look at the list of names. Pretty daunting.
The injury story certainly noteworthy. A lot of players in business casual tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. We've got Looney. Jordan Poole is out there with Fears. Then there's Trey Murphy. And it's Queen in at the foursome. And for the Mavericks, sliding in at the wing positions will be Thompson and Flagg. Big men on the floor for him. It'll be Washington and Gafford. And it's Christie in at the one. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coach?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations. Here's Christie. And Jeremiah Fears gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now, here's Gafford. Thompson from long range. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Well, this is his prototypical shot. Klay Thompson from three.
Here's Fears. Defended by Christie. Over in the corner, Looney. Pass to Fears. 4 on the clock. Here's Looney, covered by Gafford. And the rejection by Gafford. We're about 1 minute into the first. Here's Washington. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Looney with the rebound. Here's Queen. Defended by Christie. And stolen by Flagg. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Connects from three-point range. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Christie with it. Fears covering. Here's Washington. Gafford inside. Looney on him. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Flagg. This one for three. They get it back.
Just another day in the office for Daniel Gafford. Collect an offensive rebound and put it back.
New Orleans with the ball. Trailing by 2. Poole against Thompson. Good D by Thompson.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
You know, so much turmoil for the Mavericks last season, GA. Despite that, they were a win away from making the playoffs.
Yeah, they battled valiantly. But to go from the 2024 NBA Finals to the lottery, obviously disappointing. They're looking to make amends this season.
Green the pass to Looney. Out to the right wing. Here's Fears. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. So Greg, talking about Jeremiah Fears for a second here. Both he and his brother, Jeremy Jr., play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure he'd attest he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
And that one falls for Fears.
My favorite thing about Jeremiah Fears, he has a knack for coming through in clutch moments, and you need that from someone who's naturally ball dominant.
Both good from the line that time. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, this summer saw Hall of Famer Joe Dumars put in charge of the Pelicans front office, returning to his home state of Louisiana. He talked about it being the right place, right time, right people in New Orleans. And he's looking to ensure it's super organized, classy, and elite organization.
They'll get there for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much.
We're already seeing what type of burst that Fears has. NBA defenses take notice.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Indoors with the big trade last season, there's more than a little pressure to win in Dallas.
Kevin, this organization traded away a generational star in Luka Doncic, one of the great players we've seen come into the league as an 18-year-old. And you've got a player in Anthony Davis who has an injury history and is 6 years older. You better believe there's pressure in D-Town.
Now, Poole, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. Stolen by Washington. Christie has the open look. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Fears. He has 5. Over Christie. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. That's 7 points for Jeremiah Fears. The Mavericks trailing. Christie with it. It's flagged top of the key. Pass to Washington. Thompson for the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
Poole looking it over. Some solid defense from Gafford. The Mavericks shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Now, Washington hasn't made one yet. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Looney's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he lays it straight in.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
The Mavericks with possession here. They trail by 1. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And Jordan Poole says, I might be slight of frame, but I've got enough toughness to absorb this contact.
You know, free throw shooting DB isn't the first thing we'll talk about, but Jordan Poole is incredible at the line.
And Kevin, it's an important aspect. If you are a great scorer on those nights where you're maybe not in rhythm, the ability to get to the free throw line and establish that, that's important.
And when you look at Jordan Poole's game, GA, what makes him special?
I think it's his creativity and elusiveness. Able to get in his bag, if you will, and play with it and create his shot more or less at will. Second team foul.
Pass the flag. Poole against Thompson.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Fears. He's got 7. A rebound by Washington.
pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Queen, defended by Christie. That one goes. Count it.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the paint. Shot to stop the run. And it's flag missing.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Poole against Gafford. And it's flagged with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 6. Pass to Christie. Thompson outside. And the 3 off target.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a spark, but the bucket simply will not go down.
Here's Fear. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And new leadership for the Pelicans. Greg looking to create a tough, no-excuses mindset.
And at the risk of making excuses, injuries are what held this team back last season. So some of that toughness might be best reflected in their ability to just stay on the court.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. New group on the floor for the Mavericks. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Take a look at the Bulls. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
Well, right now for New Orleans, they're trending in the wrong direction. The NBA competition can be unforgiving. Not much room for mistakes.
The first one falls. And you look at this Mavs rotation now, Doris, a wide range of ages.
And that's important, Kevin, because typically when you start a rebuild or a build, it begins with young players. But inevitably, there comes a moment in time where you think we need some maturity and we need some veterans in our locker room. So it's always better to have a blend.
And so he makes both from the line.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Mavericks trail by 8. Russell passes to Pop. Martin kicks to Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They need this one. And it's good on the layup.
You have the sense that D'Angelo Russell likes to play through contact. This is a tough-minded player.
New Orleans leading by 6. Alvarado with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Now, here's Marshall. Here's Hardy. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Now, just a 3-point Pelican lead.
Boy, nice pass, a little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
The Pelicans have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, guys. The Pelicans are looking to shoot more three-pointers. Zion Williamson said the message has been pretty clear to get him up. That means we've got to play with pace. It helps me a lot just opening up my game. We have options everywhere out in the perimeter. It's definitely a positive for us. Back to you.
Trying to run and gun. Allie, we thank you very much. And here are the Mavericks now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Inside.
Not afraid to make tough shots. Fears is a grinder.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pelicans?
In the early going, they've been heat-seeking, very crafty at drawing contact to work themselves to the line.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
The first free throw is good. GA, the Pelicans reshaping this roster, but plenty of long-term Pels still in the lineup.
Kevin, continuity matters. They've got talent, chemistry, and have weathered the storms together. Now, can they make some real headway?
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Now, here's Hardy. He's guarded closely. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Pelicans leading by 3. Pass to Fears. Back to Alvarado. Outside, Jones. Mavericks with the rebound.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Pass to Alvarado. Bay with a screen on Russell. Alvarado with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Here's Bay. That shot off. Nice D from Russell. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a three-point game. Marshall finds Russell. Martin wide open. He fires. Can't tie it up as that one misses. For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Alvarado passes to Bay. Yep, that one goes. And the Pelicans lead by 5.
And maneuvering into position, Bay moving the needle.
.131 left in the first. Pass to Hardy. Cutting the screen, but Trey. And that one's good. Hardy's got 9.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Out to the right wing. Bay passes to Alvarado. High, arcing shot. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And Jose Alvarado is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Pelicans making a change here. Hawkins is checked in.
Number 34, Jordan Hawkins.
Here's Pop. Nothing on the board. Russell left side. And they double up Russell. Here's Martin. And finished off by Martin.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Hawkins. To the inside. For New Orleans, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And he knocks down the first one.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 26 seconds left to play here in the first. And the dunk by Powell.
If Powell's on the court, he's a threat to dunk it. Incredible athleticism.
Pelicans shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Now Alvarado. No scoring in this one. Bay sets a screen. And here's Hawkins. Shoots over Hart. Oh, he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarters impacts how you end the game. It can go a long way between a W or an L.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just they've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
Powell is out there with P.J. Washington. And there's Christie, and there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Marshall in at the small forward spot. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now Hawkins, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and it creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Dallas making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Queen's checked in. Pass to Washington. Misses from short range.
Oh, that's a chippy. Point-blank range. He'd like that one back.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Queen. He's covered by Washington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. For New Orleans, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. No good on the free throw. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford comes in for Powell. And Flagg subbed in for Marshall. He hits the second from the line. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Poole's checked in for the Pelicans.
For New Orleans, number 3, Jordan Poole.
Pass to Washington. Pulls up on the elbow. Here's Gafford. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Gafford's got his second basket.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Hawkins with it. Defended by Christie. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Pass to Thompson. Here's Flagg. With the second effort, Gafford misses. The Pelicans leading. The 3 from rebounds in this game. You know, with Daniel Gafford, they have an element inside that a lot of teams are looking for.
Well, let's begin with his motor. Daniel Gafford wants to play hard and compete on every possession. He's a lob threat and a rim protector. Give me all of that.
And here are the Pelicans now. After the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. And stolen by Flagg. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Pass to Washington. It's good. This game is all even. Washington's got his first 2 points of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Friday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Saturday, they're off to Washington to take on the Wizards.
And for their matchup with Phoenix, that's one that I'm particularly curious about. Should be a fun matchup with the rosters those teams have.
Fears he's checked in for New Orleans. Pass to Christie. Takes the 3. The Mavericks rebound. Flagg that gives them the lead. Flagg's got his first points of the game.
And how about the energy from Flagg on the offensive glass? Keeping the possession alive and converting.
New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Now Looney. Covered by Gafford. Poole against Thompson. To the right side. And another turnover here by New Orleans.
Taking a look at some stats for Klay Thompson. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 14 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Gafford. And the layup's good off the glass. Gafford's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Poole against Thompson. Poole no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3 ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him. And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Poole. 11 points last game. Queen can't get it to go. Mavericks leading by 6. Pass the flag. Thompson outside from downtown. They get it again. Gafford. That one's not going to go.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
So off the run, and there's a nice layup by Fears. Fears has got 12.
It's hard to get Fears rattled. Even when the D's this physical, this kid keeps his poise.
The Mavericks shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Here's Christie. 17 points for him last game against Houston. Pass to Gafford. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Gafford's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Mavs. The Pelicans have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And here's Poole for 3. Tries again, and the layup is good. Poole's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Jordan Poole with the 2 inside. Very nice.
Dallas leading by 4. Pass to Christie. Now Washington. Pelicans pull it in. Queens got 6 rebounds in the game. Thompson against Poole. And he goes in for the dunk.
Okay, Mr. Poole, we see you get up, sir.
Now here's Thompson. 6 points for him. And stolen by Fears. Here's Looney. And he hits it to tie the game up.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Thompson with it. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Checked in for the Mavericks. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Thompson. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Gafford finds Russell. Pass the flag. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And no one expects this to be a key area for Flag, but he might consider folding it into his game now.
Now here's Jones. An 11-point game for him in the win against Charlotte. Over Martin. Jones, no luck.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
Right side, Russell. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced
really tell the story.
There has to be a willingness to take chances, jumping for steals, getting out in passing lanes, and all of that worked in their favor.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Jordan Poole, he's never shy. He said the big moments, end of the shot clock, end of the quarter, the end of the game, those are nothing. There's real-life stuff that people should use the word pressure for. Basketball might be a little nerve-wracking for like 30 seconds. Back over to you guys.
He certainly plays without fear. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. Here's Matkovic. He had 13 points in the win against Charlotte.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Mavericks.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second-chance shots, that's nice.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Flagg. And it's Hardy in for Christie. Good on both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Mavericks shooting just 34% from the floor. And here's Hardy. 9 points in the game so far. Floats one up. Good work defensively by Bane. A chance here to retake the lead.
You can see the intensity on display here these last few minutes. With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Mavericks trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Hustle inside, defended by Jones. Dallas again missing.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second.
Shoots from 12. And the rebound goes to Martin.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Marshall passes to Russell. Some nice passing here by Dallas. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Here's Poole. He's got 10. Pulls up on the wing. Powell pulls it in.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Wasted no time on that one. Hardy's got 11. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And Willie Green wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Comes in for Poole. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Fears. New Orleans has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. Here's Matkovic. Pass to Jones. Bay with it. And it's Martin picking him up. 6 on the shot clock. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And here's Hardy. Good and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Another reason why they're up, just taking what the defense giving him here.
1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. You know, Doris, we know how good D'Angelo Russell is now, but how about having to play his high school team?
No kidding, Kevin. Let's just talk about the fact that he and future MVP at that time, Joel Embiid, were on the same team in high school. How would you game plan for 2 NBA players if you're another high school team? Stop it. Third foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
.122 left to play here in the half. Here's Harden, 13 points in the game. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Now Hawkins, Jones from outside. Rebound by Marshall. Now here's Harden. Marshall passes to Russell. Shoots a 3. That's good from Marshall on the assist by Russell. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
51 seconds left in the first half of the game. Alvarado passes to Hawkins. Here's Matkovic, guarded by Powell. Pass to Bay. Shot clock at 6. Great D that time from Martin. Mavericks leading by 3. Outside Russell. Martin with the screen for Russell. Outside Martin. And there's the drive. Got a hand on it. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. On the wing, Jones. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. It's Dallas up by 4. And let's hear from Allie Laporte, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
I'm here with P.J. Washington. P.J., what will be the key for you guys defensively in the second half?
Not letting them get easy routes to the basket and contesting their shots, rebounding, and not letting them get second chance points.
Comes back to the fundamentals, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Greetings all. Halftime is upon us and an entertaining game with the Dallas Mavericks battling away.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard. That's a great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close. And if they want to pull away, you got to do more than rebound.
And now moving on to a topic that's relevant to both of these teams, the injury report. Let's take a look.
New Orleans dealing with some injury issues. Not having Zion is tough, but certainly affects the balance of power out there. The team has to work harder to make those plays.
Zion's an OO AK player.
What's that?
One of a kind.
Oh my gosh, you're really analogied out.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.